and welcome everyone to today's live class, today's Yoga Fusion. Yes, welcome. If you haven't ever done a Yoga Fusion before, or if you haven't just done one with me, my Yoga Fusion is a little more strength oriented along with that blend and fusion of our yoga inspired stretches. So it's a great, relaxing session today, but has a little bit of work component to it with some of our, like I said, some of those strength-based exercises. All you need today is a yoga mat or a comfy section of carpet. Yeah. So one thing I always like to say when it comes to these yoga fusion classes with me is during our time duration for each of our movements, feel free to go as fast as you'd like to, as slow as you'd like to, or even holding certain positions a little bit longer. You'll notice as we go through our workout today that I might pause and hold certain things just based on my current body tightnesses and muscle tightnesses. So yes, feel free, go at your own pace, enjoy the movements, enjoy the stretches along with the movements, and really tailor this session into what your body needs. So with that being said, I want to get into our 30-minute yoga fusion today. So come to a standing position and start by just relaxing the arms momentarily as we go into our arm reach overhead and forward fold. So that nice raise of the arm up overhead, reaching as high as you can to the ceiling, and then folding yourself in half, and then pushing back through the ground, lifting the chest. And again, that reach up overhead. And on this next one, as you hang to the floor, stay in that hanging, that folded position, and we'll go into that ragdoll twist. And we'll rotate over top of that hip bone from right to left. And make sure to do an equal number of twists to the right and to the left side. And then recenter yourself in that hanging position and press through the ground. Restack the vertebrae one at a time. Come to that nice standing tall position. And now add in shoulder circles. I always like to start backwards with these, but we will end up doing both regardless. So when you're ready, take those shoulder circles the opposite direction. And pause those shoulder circles, and let's take a step out into a wide stance here. Now just shifting the weight from side to side in kind of a side squat or side lunge. So we'll shift the weight, bending one of the knees and reaching the arms forward in front of you. And we'll simply alternate from right to left. Do just a few more here, maybe more of a couple more. Make sure to come to that standing tall position, straight legs. One more on the right side, one more on the left. And we'll stay in this split stance position and lead into a forward fold. So again, that nice reach up overhead and fold in half, reaching to the floor and holding this stretch. then rotate your body, walk the hands to the right foot, and hold the twisted position to the right. And then walk the hands to the left. And recenter yourself in that folded position. And then bend the knees, squat down as you press through the ground to stand back up. And we'll come to the end of our mat here. So this one, a little combination, little core activation as well. We'll lead off into a forward fold, placing the hands on the ground. We'll walk the hands to plank, and then lower ourselves to the floor, lifting the head and chest into that cobra position. And then we just go back the opposite way in that same fashion. Push up into plank, hike the hips as you walk the hands back to the feet, press through the ground, overhead reach, and forward fold into the next one. Stand up, reach, forward fold. Walk the hands to plank. Lower yourself to the floor and lift the head and chest into cobra. And pressing back to plank, hike the hips, walk the hands, and we'll do one more. And stay in the standing position here into arm circles. So that nice big forward circle, reaching back, then to the front. And then the opposite direction. And for our final warm-up exercise here, we'll have a squat and lateral flexion. Think of this one as like a chair squat as well. So with those feet hip to shoulder width apart, we'll squat down, reaching the arms forward. As you stand up, reach one arm overhead, tipping to the side, establishing that stretch through the side of the torso. And then again, chair squat, stand up, and reach. As you reach, lift up through the shoulder, reaching as far to the side as you can. And one more to each side. And any other stretches, any other warm-up exercises that you would like to do, go ahead and do so now. Real briefly, again, I will have the timer going for each of our movements. It's set to 40 seconds in length. So again, plenty of time to do multiple repetitions or to hold certain positions and poses for a little bit extended period of time. We'll have about 20 seconds of transition or rest period in between exercises. Just gives me a chance to explain the next stretch. So feel free to continue repetitions, or maybe stand in mountain pose, or be down on the floor in child's pose in between. So for our first exercise here, will be a combination of crescent lunge with a twisting lunge. So we'll come to the front of our mat with this one, and we'll just do the right side only. So that means we'll step back with that right leg, reaching the arms up overhead. And once you achieve that extended position, drop the back knee to the ground, and then turning the chest in towards the leg, we bring one hand next to the foot, hold for a couple seconds, return the arms in that overhead reach, and stand up. And then we just repeat again. Again, same side for all 40 seconds. That'll be our first exercise. Let me get the timer started. Feel free to begin now if you'd like to. So from that nice mountain pose, right side, reaching back into that split stance, lifting the hands, leaning back. Drop the knee to the floor, arm to the inside of the foot, eyes look at the hand, up towards the ceiling. And try to maintain rhythmic breathing with each of your movements. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you get into the position. And we'll switch to the other side. Same movement, same exercise here. Left leg leads back. Drop the knee. And then again, turning the chest in towards the bent front leg. And up. Two, one, and moving into the next one. On the floor here, combination downward dog, plank, and crocodile. So we'll start in that plank position. We'll pike the hips up to downward dog, return to plank, and crocodile is just a half push-up. We'll come back to that downward dog position. Now for that crocodile, if you need to, feel free to drop to the knees, lower halfway, press back and extend into downward dog. Four, three, two, one. And moving into our next one. This one has a little bit of movement to it. So right side first. So we'll start with a wide stance for our sunflowers. Fingertips up to the ceiling. We swing the arms out to the side, sinking down through the hips, bending the knees. As we stand back up, we'll step together and lower down into chair. From here, twisting to the right into that twisting chair and returning. Stepping out, sunflower, standing up, step together, chair squat, twisting chair, and return. And feel free to do a couple more, maybe one more full sequence as we prepare for the next side. So now our twist to the left. So again, leading off, sunflower first, step together, chair squat, twist. Two, one, and step together as we move into alternating airplane. So with this one, starting tall and then drawing one leg, hinging over the hip bone into that airplane position, squeezing the glutes to stand and raise the torso, and then alternate to the other side. Feel free to add in a little bit higher overhead reach as you inhale, prepare for that exhale on the movement. And next, into our warrior flow here. So just two parts. So we'll step back, right foot into that warrior stance. So back foot points to the side, lead foot points forward. We're gonna start with a warrior 2 weight shift, bending the front knee, shifting the weight forward, coming back to straight legs. Then reaching up overhead, chest in line with that front leg as we fold down over the leg into pyramid. And then again, warrior weight shift and pyramid. Again, feel free to hold certain stretches, certain positions a little bit longer. I especially like that stretch through the back of the leg during that pyramid. We'll do the other side next. So again, preparing in that warrior 2 position. And again, bending the front knee so we shift the weight forward. And then align the chest in line with that lead leg. Fold at the hip, keeping the leg straight for that pyramid. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll come down to the floor next. A little bit of core for this next one. We'll be in a side plank position starting on the ground. So elbow on the floor, knee tucked, body nice and straight and in a straight line. We'll lift the hips up, extending the leg, and going through repetitions. Or if you want a little bit more of a core challenge, continue holding that side plank with that elevated leg for the entire time. Two, one, and we'll flip to the other side. So again, elbow underneath the shoulder and armpit. Feel free to keep the knee on the floor as you extend. And again, either up and down repetitions, or just a hold for the duration of time. If kneeling, you need a little bit more challenge compared to the knee position, feel free to stack the feet as you hold that side plank. Two, one, and back on our feet here for moonflowers. This will be the same wide stance as we did with our sunflowers. We're gonna start with those arms up at a 45-degree angle to the ceiling. And as we squat down, we pull our elbows down and into the pelvis and top of our pelvis and spine. So again, drawing those elbows into the top of the pelvis. More seconds, and we'll go through all 11 exercises one more time. So coming to the front of our mat, back to that first one, our crescent lunge and twisting lunge. Our right side first here, again stepping back, lifting the arms, leaning the torso back, dropping to the floor, and twisting, turning the chest towards that bent front leg. Three, two, one. Again, continue a couple repetitions. Stand in mountain pose momentarily, or go ahead and begin into that next side. Again, left leg steps back, crescent lunge, drop the back knee onto the floor, and open the chest, and reach to the ceiling. Four, three, two, one, and into that downward dog and crocodile. Again, starting in that plank position, hips hinge up to the ceiling as we go into downward dog, coming back forward to plank, and just that half push-up for crocodile. Again, drop to the knees for that half push-up if you need to. Two, one, and into that sunflower and chair squat series. So again, to the right first, specifically with our twisting chair. So again, sunflower out, sink the hips down. As you come up, step together, chair squat, and twist. Trying to bring that opposite elbow to the outside of that opposite knee. Continue one more if you'd like to, or go into that opposite side. So now stepping to the left and twisting to the left. Encouraging that good glute squeeze as you come out of those squats, from chair squat or from our sunflowers. 2, 1, and moving into our airplane, alternating airplane. So again, feel free to reach up overhead first and lower yourself into that airplane pose, or just keeping your balance just right here centered as you go from one to the next. Again, same thing just like with our squats. Squeeze the glute to raise the torso. Time into that warrior combination here, that weight shift warrior forward and our pyramid. So again, stepping into that warrior 2 stance, arms are ready. We shift the weight forward, bending the front knee, straight legs, chest in line with that lead leg as we fold over the hip bone, establishing that stretch through the back of the leg. Two, one, and we'll switch to the other side. If you haven't started yet, 3, 2, 1, shift the weight forward, bending the front knee. And again, recenter the chest in line with that lead leg. Keep the legs straight as you hinge into pyramid. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and into our side plank. So finding yourself on the floor, knees stacked or one leg extended on the elbow, or again, a little bit more of a challenge, stack both the feet as you lift off the floor and lift the leg if you'd like. Try to keep everything in a straight line from that ear, neck, spine, all the way connected to the hip bone, out through the ankle bone. So squeeze the glutes to encourage yourself to push your hips forward in that straight alignment with the spine. And we'll switch to the other side. Glutes squeeze that nice straight line. Head, shoulders, hip, knee, ankle bone. Up and down with repetitions or holding that bridge plank position. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back on our feet one last time for our moon flowers, So again, that similar stance to our sunflowers, but our arms are out at an angle up to the ceiling, up to the sky. As you sit down, pulling the elbows in towards the spine and also towards the top of the pelvis. Squeeze the glutes to stand up. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Go ahead and step together and just close your eyes and breathe. We'll finish up here with just a little bit of extra stretching as our cool down. So once you've taken a few seconds to relax, go ahead and do one forward fold, staying in that hanging position. Forward fold and hang. And one more time, pushing through the ground, restack. One more forward fold. And we'll do each individual side for our rag doll twist. So twisting to the right and holding that twisted position, using our hands, and just kind of placing it on the back of our leg. And when you're ready, rotating to the opposite side. Recenter yourself in that folded position and push through the ground, restack the vertebrae. We'll take one arm across the body, stretch the back of the shoulder. And switch to the other side. And we'll do one more final stretch here. So go ahead and release the arms to the sides momentarily. We'll reach up to the ceiling, bend to the side, and hold our side bend stretch. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my yoga fusion class. Switch to the other side. As I tell my in-person class members, I actually enjoy this yoga fusion style because it gives that stretching component, has that muscular, that strength component as well. And the fluidness kind of reminds me of H.I.I.T at times with some of our exercises and movements. But that is it for today. Thanks everyone for joining. As I always like to say, stay hydrated throughout the day. Be sure to eat some good nutrient-dense calories. And then take another moment today to stretch. So that is it. Hope you'll join me tomorrow maybe. We have some special kind of snowstorm here in Minnesota, some snowstorm classes that we just scheduled. So we will have classes at 11, noon, and 1 p.m. In just a couple different varieties. So check those out. Hopefully you can join us for one or more of those sessions. But thanks everyone. I believe that's Kelly on the other side of the Wellness Channel chat. But thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Angie, and everyone else here. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.